mile.
YouTube.
Turn left on East Nash Street.
Good morning. Monday morning commute. Got a new Cobb. It's a secondhand. I like to buy those bags of seconds if you ever see them. I think you get 7 smokable seconds. Those are good. They're great truck pipes and mowing the grass pipes and whatever you want to do with the pipes. And if you don't want them,
Approaching a
don't
railroad
like them,
crossing.
something happens, you just throw it out and get it
In half a mile.
disposable pipes. How about that? But I don't think I've disposed of any of them. I think I use them all. Anyhow, smoking a bowl of Brendan Blue Line Pipe Thin Mint Cookie. Not ready to do a review on this yet. I want to do 4 or 5 bowls and give it a good review. And I'll show you guys some stuff Brendan had sent me, which is fantastic. I will bomb you back, brother, but thank you. But that'll be this weekend. I'm embarking on day 1 of 10 days in a row of work. Kind of did it on purpose. This is our busy
Turn
week.
left on East Nash Street.
And I'm going to do it because then I'm going to take a 4-day weekend at the end of this. So me and Mrs. Buckeye can hang out or do something. I don't know if we're going to go anywhere or not. We talked about it, but we might not. We might just hang out, do some stuff around the house and spend time together, which is always great.
For 6 minutes to North Carolina 98.
Anyhow, I want to finish up the Codger, my part 3 of becoming a Codger. And this has had some good comments. I appreciate that. And anybody wants to do a VR or take this and run with it and share your Codger story, hey, rock on. I don't own any rights to any of this. You won't hurt my feelings one iota. In fact, I think it's cool. That way we learn from one another. Anyhow, I'm down to my 3 last points of becoming a Codger. And some of these I struggle with more than others. So if I'm going to become a true Codger, I'm going to have to perfect these. But point number 1, make yourself happy, not others. And oh boy, as a young man, I struggle with this. Go to work sick as a dog, not take all my vacation time, give everything to the employer. Guess what? That don't happen anymore. I make myself happy. I use all my vacation time. It's a crime to give it back. Not only that, I'll use all my sick time too. It's there for a reason. I've been watching a lot of shorts on YouTube, and there's this guy. He speaks in an Indian voice, but he's funny. He's just like, F it. Nobody at work is going to care about you. And I mean, he's really good about what he says. It's pretty vulgar, but it's hilarious, and it's very true. Because if I died in a car wreck on the way here to work, by the end of the week, my job's posted. They're interviewing, and within 2 weeks, they'll have somebody in that spot, if not sooner. That's how it goes. But anyhow, make yourself happy and not others. And again, I've struggled with this. It's still at times I'll find a little bit of struggle here, to where I might care a little too much about trying to please others. Now, I'm not talking family, and I'm not talking being a butthead to people. So don't misconstrue that. I'm just saying, there's a place to be, a servant leader and lead with a servant heart and all that stuff, and put yourself second. That still exists. But what I'm talking about here is just daily life, especially employment, things like that. Don't worry about making others happy. Make yourself happy. This is a humdinger. This one right here. This next point. There's one a lot of people struggle with, and that's, as a younger man, way too focused on money. Money was everything, and even into my 40s, I had that struggle, so to speak. Chasing money at different jobs, etc., etc. So money is not everything. It's being too focused on it. I mean, obviously you have to have money to live. Obviously it's an important part of our society and culture. I'm not advocating you donate all your money to charity and go live a minimalist lifestyle. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, don't be as focused on money as other things, like time with family, time with friends,
turn right on North Carolina 98.
free time for yourself. I read a little something on from written by somebody that works in a nursing home, and 5 top things that people say as they're dying in the nursing home. 2 of them are actually on this list. The first one I just talked about is
North Carolina 98.
making yourself happy and figuring out what truly that means. And the other one is this point right here, is mostly men that the article said, but they often regret all the hours and time that they spend at work putting their career before their family. And when they have time to sit and reflect in a retirement home, and the days are dwindling on they're at the twilight of their life, they come to that realization that you know what, I was too focused on my career, chasing money, whatever, and I missed a lot. So I would tell you, I have lived that already. I have missed a lot, given up a lot, but not anymore. Not anymore. If I'm not feeling right, if I'm at the doctor or whatever, and I need something, I'm going to take the time. I'm going to make myself healthy, and I'm not going to worry about what work thinks about it. And I'm not going to chase money. The last point, and we can all get caught up in this point, and I get caught up badly in it, and still to this day, even in my professional life, I get caught up in this, and that is, the world's problems are not yours to solve. They're not mine to solve. Whatever's going on with a company or with society or with Chinese spy balloons, who knows? But we're not here, and we should not take that burden. That's what I'm talking about, that burden. And I equate it not so much as the world's problems, but I equate it as others' problems. And I heap them on, and all that weight crushes me down. If you go back and look at some of my other videos on stress from about a year or so ago, and I'm nowhere near that. I am much better today. But there was times where I physically felt like I was being weighted down by hundreds of pounds of like weighted blankets. I physically felt the stress, and that's not good. I mean, not good at all. Now somebody calls me and I decline it. Anyhow, the world's problems are not yours to solve. I would even take that one step further, and others' problems are not yours to solve. Certainly, I'm not saying don't be a kind listening ear. I'm not saying don't help your spouse or your family or friends get through a tough time, but don't take on the burden. That's something I have to remind myself, and Mrs. Buckeye too, because she tends to do the same thing I do and take on the issues of other people and try to solve them, and they're not ours to solve. Be supportive, sure. Help out others, absolutely. Allow them to dump their problems on us and have us become the solvers of said problems. Yeah, not so much. We got to get away from that. Everybody does.
1 mile. Turn left on Railroad Street.
Anyhow, this kind of wraps up the 3-part Commute Codger series. Let me know what you think, what you thought. Drop a note below deck. I'm enjoying the Codger lifestyle. Side note, 50% done with my last class of my MBA. So 5 weeks from now, will be a graduate of Jack Welch Management Institute. We'll have my MBA. And we'll have a lot more time. And I think I'm going to use that time to focus on health and maybe take walks. I'd like to get back in the gym, do a little weightlifting, for health, not for bodybuilding and stuff, but work on muscle tone, work on some other stuff. So we'll see. Anyhow, I rambled. That's the one Monday morning commute. Thanks to Blue Line Pipe for this mix. It's good. Again, I want to get 4 or 5 bowls, and I'm breaking in a new cob with it, so it's really not fair to do a review right now, because when you break in a new cob, you get kind of a cobby taste a little bit, so I don't want that to influence my thoughts. But this will probably be dedicated to the blend if I like it, and he shared his recipe graciously, so if I like it, I can make more.
Turn left on Railroad Street.
So far, I like it. Again, I like to give blends, 4 or 5 bowls. So maybe this weekend I'll come at you. Again, it's gonna be a crazy weekend. So I'm not gonna have much time. You probably see a lot of road rambles and things like that. Because again, I'm working. I did it to myself, but this is our busy week, so I'm going to do it for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm there to support during the busy times, which is good, shows allegiance for the team. And number 2, at the end of it, I get a 4-day weekend, which I like. Take care, everybody. Do something for somebody today. Again, your kind words may change somebody's entire perspective today. So do something for somebody. Wash your damn hands. And we'll see you next time. Take care.